pulse of the VI. Listen close and you will see why. The information will set you free. Stand together, never divide. Pulse VI.
Hello,
Hey
Virgin
everybody.
Islands.
Good afternoon. We are here
We're
today,
here.
live and ready for you guys. And I hope you guys are listening and ready to hear about all the wonderful and fun stuff that we're ready to talk to you guys about today.
Yes, this is BBI Chick.
And this is Binta. And today we're kind of minus one pulsar. Robbie's out living his best life.
Have fun, Robbie. Bring back gifts.
Lots
Don't
and
forget.
lots of gifts. So
Gifts.
just girl power here today at the station.
Yes.
So we're ready for you guys. How's your week this week?
Oh gosh, Binta, I had a crazy week. But some
Work-wise?
exciting thing. Work. But some exciting things happened.
Like what?
Well, Kyron won gold.
No, that was pretty exciting. That was like exceptional.
Oh my God.
I thought that was the best thing to happen for the BVI as a whole, because I felt like we all won. Like we all just were on there. We were the ones running the track. We won.
Oh my God, I got emotional when
Did
he
you- were you one of the
got
people
the
to cry?
medal.
Yeah.
Yes, I got teary-eyed. It was just, when you think of 28 years and, we've sent a lot of athletes all over the world to compete and they've all has done their best. But, winning gold and doing it so gracefully, it was like so easy. I'm still waiting for the big banner. That's all I'm waiting for, and the motorcade and all that stuff. I'm waiting for that.
When did they come back? Do you have any idea when they come back?
I'm not sure.
sure.
I'm not sure. We should have checked that out.
Yeah, we
Winter,
probably should
we're
have.
not on
I
our
don't know.
game. Well, we have other things happening in the BVI.
Okay, what else?
Super Cup is still out giving tickets. Oh my God, the man scares me. Do you all understand? He pulled me over one time and make me take the
Or is it the 10th?
the tint off my car. He put the little machine on it, and he was like, and I was in the police station. I was dropping my sister off. I thought that was so rude. And he was like, you can't leave here until you take it off. So I took it all off.
Right there at the-
Right there. He said, I can't leave there. He said, you
No,
have
but
to.
my thing is, does he have the right to do that right there?
I don't know, but he said you have two choices. Either you take it off now or else I give you a ticket. I didn't want a ticket. I'm scared of tickets. So I just took it off. But now they say he has a twin, a female.
No, I saw the picture.
Oh, my
I don't know
God.
where it was, on
Oh, my
Facebook
God.
or Vino or something like that.
Yeah, and they move in
a
pairs.
trainee, like a trainee
he has a,
young lady.
Yeah, and they said that she was pretty mean before, but now under
Jeez.
Supercut's training, yeah, she's just as bad as him.
I mean, I
so
don't-
you guys, do
Be
the right thing.
careful. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Like, he wouldn't, like, you go back to Gambia, I don't think he'd survive. Like, I've had a situation, for example, where we were driving, I had my seatbelt on, but sometimes I, like, lean and I, like, put my head on the
Okay,
seatbelt
so you
type of
can't
thing,
see it.
right? So here comes the police, and mind you, Gambia is one of those African countries where you're driving and they have AKs pointed at you type of
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
They're just
Yeah.
for nothing. Half of them, I don't think, So now we stopped or whatever, and then here this man's talking about, you didn't have your seatbelt on. I'm like, sir, you clearly see I have my seatbelt on, And he's like, no, you just put it on. Don't try to fool me. You're a woman. You can't do it. I'm like, what in the world are you talking about? Then
wow.
I was speaking proper English, and then I broke into speaking our local language, and he
Okay.
was like, oh, no, speak to me in a local language. You're a woman. You're not going to speak English better than me.
Oh wow.
It just kind of went all types of places that
Yeah.
it probably shouldn't have gone, because he felt because he had that uniform,
Yeah.
he had a specific power. And
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way about police officers. Yeah.
it's a touchy subject, and
Yeah.
especially with what's going on in the world, like in the States especially.
Mm-hmm,
But I mean, I don't know. It's just really,
Yeah.
it's worrying.
Yeah.
It's very worrying to me. So I
I'm
guess
just
I don't
warning
know.
everyone, just do the right thing, put on your seatbelts, follow the traffic rules, because you don't want to come up against Super Cop. He does not play,
And he really don't play for them things for real.
does not play. And then, I saw Coca-Cola had a Coke spill on the highway
Where? Totola?
right here in Hanners. There were Coca-Cola all over the road.
When was this?
I think Friday.
I didn't know about that.
Girl.
So what did it do about it? Like, how does one, like...
Well, when I read the article on one of the online news, it was like, if the company doesn't come back and pick them up, I'm not going to call the company's name. If they don't come back and pick it up, it would be Waste Management's job to pick it up. So I
Really?
wonder if they would send the bill to them. What do you think?
I hope they send the bill to them
I hope
because if
so,
we're
too.
telling you to come clean up your mess that you made, you need to come clean it up.
That's what I'm saying. We have to keep the BVI clean.
We do. I mean, you know, talking about keeping the BVI clean, do you know if there's any groups or anyone out there? I feel like we started off in the beginning, you know, with all the cleaning
with
groups
the cleanup,
and
yeah.
everybody doing this and that, but I feel like it halted.
Well, there's still All Hands and Hearts, I think.
We did see them on
We
the way.
saw them today, and they are, I know they have a group in King Garden Bay, and they're all over still doing a lot of stuff. I think they did some stuff at the Iselin Henley School.
Where is that?
The Iselin Henley School is up behind, next to Althea Scatliff and between the Red Cross, kind of up there. So I know they did some work over there, and they're helping persons rebuild their roofs and stuff like that. I think for now they're one of the major international groups that's still here. I know.
The Jehovah Witness group is still here.
Okay, I haven't
They
seen
work.
them for a while.
I see their buses all the time.
Let
I
me
think
tell
that's an
you,
exceptional
those
group.
people work. Yeah, some of my friends say I need to become a Jehovah if I want that done.
No, literally, like they've been doing a lot of stuff, have the buses with their name on it and, you know, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
I like to see that. That's kind of like a camaraderie type of, they're
I
together.
I think it's a great thing, and that's something that the churches should do. They're part of the community. They should take, you know, a stance in this. When I was traveling back from Puerto Rico, we met a whole group of them, Jehovah, and they had on the tag from time they were traveling, okay? And letting you know that they're coming to the BVI. And they were like, you know, they have persons that's going to be coming for like the next 9 months, and they're rotating it, like each person volunteer for 6 weeks, and then another group comes in. I mean, and they're coming from all over.
So it's like a shift type of.
Yeah. And, you know, people are volunteering their time. I think it's a great thing.
I think it's a great cause because it takes a lot to. It's valuable.
time
like
and money.
Like even that, I kind of put time above because
Yeah.
you have to put your
Well,
time into this.
Yeah.
And
You can't put value and price on your time.
you can't. So if someone genuinely just takes the time out their lives to come and help us, you know,
Yes.
help us do what we're doing.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. That's.
Yeah, because today was the first since Irma that I did my walk from King Garden Bay all the way to Carrot Bay. And, you know, I've driven through Carrot Bay a couple of times since Irma, but I didn't appreciate what has happened and what the cleanup has been thus far. So
Until-
walking today, you know, I took my time and just really appreciate the amount of cleanup that has taken place. I mean, granted, there's still a lot of destruction, but I mean, the cleanup, I'm telling you, we are truly a resilient people because,
are.
my God, when you look at 7 months and look where we are.
We have come a long way. Even when I was reading one of the articles, I think it was on The Guardian about Kyron, right? They said something that he was everywhere. He
The
was on
commentator said we still have no electricity. We're still
Really?
in dark. That was what he said. He said, and they're still in darkness in the BVI. I said, little did he know how good our electricity corporation
He
is.
did not say that.
He did.
I did not know about that.
He did.
Because all I was about to say, literally, that was not what. Really?
He really.
I hope someone corrected him.
Well, not what I heard, but you know, probably afterwards.
Where was what station? Where?
No,
what
I
news?
watched it. Someone had it live. Have it on
on that-
Facebook.
okay.
So I watched it. Yeah, and that's what he was saying. He was saying they're devastated and they still have no electricity. So I thought that was cute.
See, now the one I read on The Guardian basically said the British Virgin Islands was the worst of the,
Okay.
Hurricane hit islands and da-da-da-da-da. And to me, I feel like in the beginning, I didn't see, people keep forgetting that the BVI, we got hit the hardest.
Yeah.
And I feel like they don't, because even when I talk to certain people in the States, like my friends and stuff, I'm like, y'all realize, you're back to normal. I'm like, no, you do realize what happened, right?
Yeah.
No, you didn't get hit as bad as Puerto Rico. I'm like, we're not trying to compare
Right.
who
You
damaged, but
can't.
you just,
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is that BVI got hit harder than any other in history.
We did. But we're here now.
I'm talking about that. They retired the names, the National Hurricane, whoever does it, the people. They retired 4 names off the list.
Oh.
Irma, Nate, Harvey, and Maria.
Oh, great.
So those were the 4 names that they
May they
replaced
rest
it
in
with.
peace.
Yeah, so no
May
more.
they rest in peace.
No more of that.
Well, guys, you're listening to Pulse VI, and we're about to take a commercial break. But up next, we have Mr. David Archer, our newly appointed Deputy Governor in-house, and we'll give you guys an opportunity to tweak his brain and check out and see what's going on with him. He's going to share what he's allowed to share with us, but that's okay. We're gonna push the envelope and see as much as we could get out of him. Stay right there, and we'll be back shortly.
Pulse VI.
And we are back. And
we
guys,
are.
guess we have the person of the day in here.
Mr.
We have
David
Mr.
Archer.
David Archer Jr. in the building.
Yes.
So good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. We're happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
Oh, you look happy. You look happy, and you're wearing your signature bow tie. So we know we have the real person.
It's me.
It's
And
him.
it's not like no like doppelganger or anything like that.
It's him.
No.
It's me.
Okay.
So what I want to ask you first, before the show, I did mention, I said I'm one of the empty people, I did say that. And I said it on live too. So my question is, I'm going to ask you to weigh in. Have you heard about the celebrity gossip? Do you keep up with that? Like, do you keep up with celebrity gossip?
Sometimes it comes across my phone, and I pay attention when necessary.
When necessary. So
Yeah.
what makes it necessary? What qualifies as being necessary?
One is something that will make me current and relevant with young people.
That's true. You have to stay connected to them,
Yes.
don't you?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
So do you
yes.
know about the Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian thing?
I'm not sure about it, but I'm not quite sure if that was an authentic video or not of the young lady that he was walking with. But I don't have any details.
Oh wow!
about the
I,
event.
I love that response.
that was so-
I mean, it
that
can
was
be
so
no better of a
politically
response.
correct.
I love it. You don't have any proof,
No, I do not.
right?
Like,
And
so-
Tristan didn't come out and say that it happened.
No.
You know?
Persons even alleged that he's blaming his teammates
Wow.
for
I heard
not
that.
being
I wonder
honest.
if it's common because they always end up in these positions. I
I don't
wonder
know.
if that's what's causing it.
But these are all things that my son tells me. He's 14.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know
Yeah.
myself.
Of course, of course.
You have to keep up, get hip with them and stuff.
Always. Always.
Okay, another hot topic, what we talked about was Kyron. How do you feel about that? They kind of represented us big,
I have never been that tired in my life
Oh, wow.
watching a race. And I was jumping the hurdles with him and trying to just push him forward. He didn't
Oh,
need any help,
wow.
of course.
Wow.
And his father,
Yeah.
Stephen McMaster, McMaster, Anthony McMaster, Stephen's his brother,
Oh, okay.
is a permanent secretary in the
Yes,
Ministry of
yes, he
Works.
is.
So we had a heads of departments meeting on Friday, and we had time to stop and celebrate and clap and just be
That must have
thankful
been so awesome.
and joyous.
Oh,
No,
my God.
I really love a community that can celebrate the success of others, and to stop and do that
Definitely.
is amazing.
I think it's important. It's important. I mean, a lot of the kids in the BBI look to sports as an outlet.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So when you see one of the young people reach that type of accomplishment, it's encouraging for the other kids. Really encouraging. It makes them feel that it's achievable.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You
yes,
know,
it is.
and hopefully gives them the drive that they need to go forward.
See,
Exactly.
And my question is, okay, so we see what Kyron has done, what all of them, Chantel, all of them have
Yeah,
done.
done great things.
They all, we can't just, they all did wonderfully, how do you feel about, because I personally think that we need to do more with sports in the BVI and the arts, sports and the arts. So how do you feel about, what do you think we could do as a territory to kind of bring them up? Not just wait for just these type of things to happen to be like,
Yeah.
okay, so I guess we're winning gold medals now, let's go and do this, or let's go and
Yeah.
do you
Especially
think?
when I know your son is into basketball because
Yes.
you're,
Okay.
you're an avid basketball player.
Oh, so you're a
Yes,
basketball
Yes,
dad.
yes, he's a basketball,
Basketball
player and a basketball dad. So I know your son is away.
Yes, he is.
Because of opportunities.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, he is.
So that's a problem when we don't have those opportunities here on island for our kids. Because it's hard for your kids to be away from you at that age.
Yes, yes,
Yeah?
it is. But
Okay.
I would like to say, however, that the fact that Kyron has reached where he is right now, it is reflective of the early start he had in the Virgin
Oh, yeah.
Islands.
Definitely.
And while our programs might not be as sophisticated
Mm-hmm.
as others throughout the world, his victory is evidence of what we have been doing. Albeit we've been running the sands and we've been doing different training techniques,
Yes.
but it's reflective. So I would like to say that I believe attention to sports has been part of our community for a very long time. Naturally, as we become more competitive throughout the world, as we now are on the world stage,
Yes.
we have to give more and more attention. I think that will come. I feel confident that
I
that
think
is there.
so too. I think we're on the rise with that.
Yes.
Definitely. I think, everyone's seeing it. So now it's like, wow, this is time for us to put up or shut up.
Exactly. And
True.
I think it's time for us to continue, but of course, enhance what
Yes.
we've been doing.
Yes.
That's the word.
Yes.
That's the word.
Yes.
Enhance.
He had a great coach.
Yes.
He
and,
did, yeah.
My
God
God.
rest his soul, Dag. And just look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And he got to where he is right now based on the grassroots training in the Virgin Islands.
Discipline.
Discipline.
A lot of discipline.
Yes. A lot of fish.
discipline. Yes.
Yes.
Fish and banana and
Yes.
that cornmeal dumpling.
Something like that.
Something like that.
You
Ooh.
said cornmeal dumpling?
Oh, girl, that's another conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't have fish without cornmeal dumpling.
I don't know about a lot of these things.
Oh, girl, you need to come over. So, Mr. Archer,
Yes.
you've been in the post, what, a little bit over a month?
A little bit over a month, yes.
And you've been traveling a lot. I see you on the ground on the island and on the ground off the island. I saw you on GBD, and then I saw you going to be Anegada.
Yes.
And hoping to see some pink flamingos. Did you see any pink flamingos?
I saw lots of them. The tourist board, they have erected this lookout point. And you can climb up and you can look in the binoculars and you can see the pink flamingos right there. I saw Kimberly, I saw Renee, I saw Jack.
Wow.
I saw, these are names of flamingos. I've given them those names myself.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so I have been on the ground.
Great.
And part of that, as being responsible for the overall success and the growth along with my managers and the public service, you have to ensure that everyone is doing well.
Right.
And part of my initial approach, which will be once a quarter, is to visit all of the Sis Islands to see
Oh,
how
wow.
things are going. It's important.
That's good.
And I hope to continue that. My managers, we will do that also and ensure that we have the same level of services on all islands.
Right.
Because that's important not just for the employees, but also for the customers.
Yeah. And how were you received by the staff?
12 hugs, 9 kisses.
Wow.
and
I love it.
handshakes.
I love it.
Very.
The
Oh, that's
detail,
good.
the detail.
At least you remember.
No, I believe that they were receptive.
Good.
We had some very good conversations, some
Good.
frank conversations
Good.
about their needs and their concerns.
Yeah.
And mostly, I went there to tell them thank you, especially following the hurricanes. 7 months later, they've been working in sometimes not so ideal conditions. Let them know that we're thinking seriously about their health and safety issues, and they're important. And sometimes just have to stop and say thank you. That was the approach.
Good.
And then now
good.
that you say thank you, I attended the thank you to the public services event a couple of weeks ago, which was I was so excited because in the beginning I was like, it's so hot, I don't want to go. I'm like, yes,
Right.
thank me for my distance. But I got there and I kind of didn't want to leave because it was just good vibes. I walked in, everyone's like, thank you. I'm like,
That's good.
You don't know my name,
But do you know how
thank you.
far that goes?
It was.
Thank you.
It does,
It
and
goes- it-
everyone was smiling, and then we
Yeah.
got like little certificates too. So that
Yes.
was kind of.
That's nice because, everyone's been dealing with their own personal home life, not in good conditions. They came out and worked, helped clean up, do all that stuff. So, I mean, a thank you, it's very important.
It is.
Makes people feel that they're appreciated. So that's commendable of you. And I'm glad that you got on the road instantly, start reaching out to the people because that's your job.
That's my job. And
That's your job.
Talking about what your job is, remember I did mention that I've asked a couple of persons, a few questions here and there. Not questions, but what they want to. So someone actually raised an interesting one saying what exactly your role is because there's this kind of, like what is your role to you? What is it?
Well, naturally, I'm the deputy governor, so I'm the deputy to the governor.
I love it.
And the governor
Simple.
has overall responsibilities, just name a few, for security within the islands. Also, the public service. Additionally, looking at the courts, justice, and other areas, including how we deal with external relations in those areas. And I support him. He has a responsibility for the public service, and he has a lot of things to do on his plate. So he has said to me, Mr. Archer, I want you to take the lead in this.
Okay.
So one of my main responsibilities outside of supporting him on his day-to-day duties is to look after the public service, ensure our employees are doing well, our clients are being served, our managers are eager to to help, and that's my mandate.
Right.
And outside of that, I listen and I help.
Okay, okay. That's good, that's good. I mean, you have a lot.
Yes.
You have a lot, but you have broad shoulders. You're standing on broad shoulders,
Yes.
right? So I think you could do it. As you go out and meet people, I know that some persons have concerns about the future of the public service.
Yes.
Because, I mean, our cash flow is down. So, there are concerns about that. Have you been asked any of those questions? Has person, shared those concerns with you? And if you're able to tell us, what do you do to put their mind at ease that, in the next 6 months to a year, they'll still be employed?
A very good question. I thought that would be your first question. Notwithstanding, we have a public sector transformation program that's been launched. And part of that is to first look at the efficiency of the public service. Persons have asked the early questions, are we going to be fired? Are we going to be let go? Are salaries going to be cut? That's not the mandate that I have. The mandate is about efficiency. However, we have to be real. If we go through a situation of, let's say, e-government, and we have more efficiency through technology, and we have employees who are not as engaged as they used to be, our first priority is to try to see how we can have them be engaged somewhere else.
Right.
So the idea is to look at, redesign the public service. We have responsibility to look at how we face with our customers through technology, e-government. We have to make sure that our laws and our policies are in line with a futuristic public service.
Right.
We need to look at our private sector, public sector partnerships. Along with that, how we relate to our clients and our customers. So I tell persons that we're not starting there.
Right.
We're starting looking at their efficiency, because the big picture is this. The public service drives and pushes the overall economy. So public sector transformation is not about programs and projects. It's about the things that we do to ensure we can sustain our economy and ensure it's vibrant. When we have a vibrant economy, naturally things such as healthcare, transportation, food safety, security, those things will come. So we're not transforming the public service. We're doing that, but we're actually enabling the economy to be more vibrant and to be sustainable.
Okay, I like that. I like
So
that.
you mentioned the word efficiency. What's classed under efficiency? What do you look for? What do you check off that list?
For example, how easy is it for you to be served in certain areas? Basic, when I wake up in the morning, I want to go to a government department. It's going to take me all day. Can I stay in my bed on my back and type in the service? Can I pay for that service online? Can I renew my driver's license online? Can I stay on Anegada and sit on the beach and communicate to a public officer? Is it easy? Is it seamless? Are we thinking about the customer in mind and not the process in mind? So efficiency is, how do we make things as easy as possible, but still within the system to ensure accountability?
Wow. I'm quite sure that our social media pages are blowing up right now with persons saying, ding, 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 ding. Because you touch on a lot right there. A lot that, persons experience every day.
Yes.
Every day. But, I'm going to leave that right there and we'll pick that back up. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Pulse VI, and we have Mr. Archer in the house. He's talking about public service, his new job as deputy governor, and he's going to come back and talk some more about his entrepreneurship spirit and possibly the future of Bamboo Share. I know a lot of persons wants to know what's going on. That's been the hangout. So we'll be back in a couple minutes.
Pulse VI.
And we are back. For those of you tuning in right now, we are here with the one and only Mr. David Archer Jr. We're happy to have him here. He's been very, enlightening so far. Pretty cool. So we're going to just pick back up where we left off, kind of because we weren't done yet. You probably thought we were done, but we got some more.
Yes, we do.
I did not think you were
We got some more. So my thing, I'm going to go way, way back. I'm going to go like 7 months post. I remember when everything was happening, you were one of the persons I saw on social media,
Yes.
you know, and I saw you were in Barbados or something like that?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, I saw that. So how was it for you knowing that, you know, because you weren't here for it? Like, what was going through your head? Like, how was it?
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
Not being able to contact persons, and in some cases having more information than persons did on island, and not being able to reach out and communicate and try to serve as a bridge between persons who were also away and the information that I had being from the BVI. It was an interesting time. So I saw myself as being a worker in the process. I mean, so much so that when I came a few days after the hurricane, I just went to the airport and I worked with the volunteer groups that were going to come. We worked for almost 12, 14 hours trying to map out the different strategies when they got here.
Good.
And when the military arrived, I was able to come with them, and we worked and we talked, and that was it. For me, it was trying to do as much as I can from abroad and to assist persons who are coming in to help them prepare
Yeah.
for what's on store.
Which I think you did. I remember you posting inspirations on your social media pages. No, I mean, those things go along with when people are hurting. You know what I mean? And you were just making people feel like you were there.
Yes.
You know, you were holding their hand, kind of, sort of, from a distance.
Try my best to.
I think it worked. It worked. At least you stayed connected, and that's what's important. You know, you stayed connected to the people. So
Power of
kudos
social
for that.
media.
Yeah, and
I'm
David
telling
came
you.
back. You came back on the military plane from Barbados.
Yeah, listen,
both.
you could
The
write
boat
a
or the
whole
plane?
book about that.
Plane.
Yeah, see?
That's kind of a little cool.
That
though.
was
like,
cool.
Let's take out the bad part, like devastation and hurricane and all that. That's kind of cool, writing with all those cool guys coming
Yes.
for like
Listen
a
to where
it was like
Ben-
war.
Listen to where she went, the cool guys.
The cool guys.
Yeah, because I thought they were really cool. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I thought because being on, they were here. Like I was staying in a hotel.
Yeah.
After, so we're staying. I'm looking down. I'm watching them just all. Okay, you guys with your little. They're in groups and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
in their uniform, so organized. Even in all this chaos, you guys are just so organized. And I'll watch the choppers come in and the water, and I'm like, first thing it's like war zone, but then it's like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's you were kind of like in a war movie. You could write like a whole book about that. A second book, because you actually do have a book.
yes, you do.
And I have the name right here, let me read it so I don't muck it up. Pioneering Greatness, the Empowerment Experience.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about that book.
Well, I'm pausing because the book is written, as everyone knows. It's the copies are sitting in my living room, all 3,000 of them.
Yeah, I try to get one.
The idea is to decide when is the best time to
launch it.
let them go.
Yeah.
See, don't you think it would have been best to do that before your new thing?
Well, the idea was to have the book launched in sufficient time in the summer. As you know, we had a visitor by the name of Irma,
Yes.
and she changed everything. She not only changed the demographics of the BVI or the people's heart and their soul, and she happened to change my professional plans as it relates to my book.
I would
Yes.
say someone coined it yesterday. I was in a meeting, and someone said the minutes from the meetings were armored.
Funny.
I was like, ooh, yeah. They were your lunch was armored.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's coming. Because persons are waiting for that. I mean,
I know. What made you want to like write a book?
Well, part of the documenting my thoughts, and it's a book book of musings. So original thoughts on success, on love, on building greatness, on living, things along those lines. I talk a lot in that space. So having talked a lot in that space, one of my colleagues from away said, "David, would you help me to document what you say all the time?"
Oh, wow.
And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" "Well, can I document?" And that's what happened.
Wow.
And that's how the book came forward.
That's how the book came forward.
Right.
And I just talk, and they help me documenting my thoughts, and next thing you know, there was a cover with a picture of me with a rock
I
from
would,
Ballast Bay.
that's where I was
That's a
going to
cool
next. I'm like,
picture.
what made you decide, hey, I'm gonna write a book, and hey, for the cover, I'm gonna put a picture of me in a suit with a rock in my hand, like.
Well, persons who know me well, they normally make fun of me because I'm from a very small village called Ballast Bay. Yeah. And persons who are in the community or the taxi drivers, they normally say, we're going to King Garden Bay. There's a village called Ballast Bay. We're going to King Garden Bay. Right?
Whisper it.
And they say, there's only 3 of you that live there, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
So the rock for me is very significant.
Yeah.
And I've been sharing my rocks with a lot of persons.
You have a lot of rocks
Yes.
around your house, so yes.
Oh, that's kind of
Yeah.
that's neat. Okay, I kind of get it.
Yeah,
It-
and the rock also is a symbol because ballast means balance, to be balanced.
Okay.
So that's how I approach my life.
Oh, wow.
And that's what the rock represents. The rock is very, very heavy that I was holding. So to be
So
able
you were able to balance.
so to be able to balance that.
Yeah.
So the cover is
I'm
really
telling
saying
you.
no matter what you're doing, no matter how heavy the burden is, you should always balance. And that's why that rock is extremely heavy.
I hope our guests are getting these gems.
Yeah.
You are just dropping them. Okay?
Vicky,
Me being
it
from
kinda-
King Garden, but didn't know that what ballast meant. I
Yeah.
feel so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, you know what? Life is about learning, and I'm never too old to learn, so, okay.
Yeah.
I've learned something new.
So now you know. So when you go on my WhatsApp page, it says "Be ballast."
So like genius. That's smart.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the gems.
That's pretty
He's
cool.
just dropping them.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Like we've talked about the cover. You've talked about what's kind of on the inside.
yeah.
So you said you talked about your success stories, love, and stuff like that. What exactly, like, what's the, I don't know how to explain it, like, what's the lineup? Not the lineup, but how did you go
How-
about
in
piecing
what
it together?
order?
And
Like, how
Oh,
do you
the-
I'm gonna
layout?
success, love, is it in any particular order to how
Yeah.
you achieved, you know?
I think it's success is first because
Okay.
we're always working towards success.
Yeah.
And trying to achieve that no matter what form it comes in.
Right.
And that's what I spoke about first.
Right.
And again, I don't remember what I said at this point.
I mean, you have 2,000 copies in your living room, so you might as
Yes.
well just pick one up, right?
and read it over again. But it's really and I've read lots of books. And the one thing I found is writing books is a business. And you will find that you can read 25 pages and get one thought from that 25 page. So my approach when I said I was going to document some of my thoughts was not to take you through a whole ramble just to get one
Right,
point.
right.
So from the second you open the book, I tell you, want to be great? Eat fruit. No, I'm just,
Guys,
it goes
gems.
through that directly. So
Right.
you don't have to read 49 chapters to
Right.
figure out.
right. And
what
then
the
you
thoughts are.
also used your Power series last
Yes.
year, which, I mean, they were hard to get into. They
Yeah.
were a hot ticket, I mean. And you showed some of the clippings on Facebook. You
Yes.
shared that. I mean, there were all kinds of persons in there.
All kinds. Well, the Power Move
Pers-
series.
You probably have to go through that because I'm
Yeah,
over here like, huh?
Tell them about
Oh.
the Power series. tell the
Well,
guests.
well, the Power Move series is something that I do outside
One
of,
of.
that I used to do. I haven't done it recently, but that's my other my approach to life is to help to build people, businesses, governments, and nations.
Wow.
That's what I do. So everything that I'm working towards is always towards that. And the Power Move series is really to bring people together of like minds,
Right.
so we can share ideas and thoughts of how to grow
Right.
and how to become greater than you are right now.
Okay.
So we're all great, and everything that we work towards is to help us to become greater.
Right.
Once we have that foundation, then we know that when we make mistakes, we're still great.
Right.
And that's what the Power Move series is about. It's a series of conversations. The one that was done was how to climb the professional ladder and stay
I
there.
remember the ladder.
Yes.
I remember the ladder. So have you connected with anyone that attended the series to see where their life is now? I mean, I know we had Irma and lots of persons were armored, so
Yes.
their plans may have changed just like your launch may have, your launch changed. But were you able to connect with anyone and see if they've used any of the gems you provided in the series and where they are today?
I do that all the time.
Great.
I believe that persons, we have our own philosophy of how to become great. We just need to be surrounded with like-minded people to ensure we're going the right places. So I take time out of my regular schedule to answer to my social media calls and responses and texts and tweets and everything else. But people all the time,
Good.
man, David, you said that. You know what? I didn't really agree with you when you said it, but you wouldn't believe what happened. And that's
And
part,
how does that make you feel?
it makes me feel good.
Of course.
I want to always be part of a community where
Yeah.
we're a learning community, we're growing, and persons are able to achieve whatever desires they want.
Yeah, building the nation.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Mr. David Archer and BVI Chick.
Yes,
That's her cool
ma'am.
name, by the way. Apparently she
BVI
wants a
Chick.
nickname, BVI Chick.
Yeah.
And Just Binta. And we are here on 90.9 FM. We'll be right back.
Pulse VI.
And we are back.
Yes, we are.
How
Welcome
you
back.
feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm great.
Guys, can you believe that the time is winding down? We only have Mr. Archer with us for 10 more minutes, so we have to get into that brain and see what else he has to share.
So now we can ask you about the turn up spot, Bamboo Shade. What's going on with that? Like, where, where? I wish you guys could see his face.
I mean, there's no place to go on Friday night.
I mean, yeah, you know.
Not much. You know you were the spot.
Well, Bambouche is a subsidiary of Virgin's Arts. And when we started Virgin's Arts, it was a movement to have a BVI brand. You would have seen Bambouche Pottery,
Pottery, yeah.
Bambouche Arts, the movements of the lights. So we were not necessarily in the bar or club
Turn up.
or restaurant business.
Right.
More so we're in the arts business. And that's
Okay.
why you saw we'll always allow persons to come there for openings. We'll
Yeah.
have art galleries. So that was just to facilitate
Right.
the movement of a culture that was passionate to me.
Yeah,
Good.
but restaurant is an art.
Yes.
Food is an art.
Unfortunately,
And
for me,
dancing is an art for some persons.
This doesn't sound good.
well, unfortunately, I have separated from the Bambouche brand right now.
Oh, okay.
And I hope that brand continues in a vein.
I don't know if it would be the same without you. You were integral part of that brand. You were
mean,
like the face.
even
People
so-
follow it because of David Archer.
Don't
wow.
put pressure on me.
Well, I am sure that the persons that will continue the Bambouche brand, hopefully they will have some of the same passions about
Okay.
the culture and the
Yeah.
movements and the arts.
Yeah.
Because I too would love somewhere to go and spend.
Yeah, but
spend some
wouldn't
time.
wouldn't you have basically select somebody, okay, this is my thing, I'm going to pass it down to you, don't muck it up, that type of thing.
Well, you can do that with your children.
Right.
However, when it comes
was a
to,
partnership.
When it comes to business,
Yeah.
It's different.
and what's best for a business growth, you wish for the best.
Yeah.
You can influence your children through different ways, through
Right.
wills and holding
Trust
back,
and stuff.
holding back their money.
Yes,
No
yes,
allowance
yes.
outside of that. But
Yes.
for me, it was an amazing movement.
It
And
was. It was
some 15, 16 years from the art brand to what that turned out
Yeah.
to be. We couples met there. They were married. I believe sometimes after an event we helped to form new families.
Oh, wow.
But it was great and it was wonderful.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, the arts part of it, was really, 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 really something that's still needed in the community. You know what I mean? Because we're a very artistic community. It's
Yes.
amazing how many talents are in this community. So, I mean, hopefully the powers that be are listening and they understand the need for this to remain in the community.
And let me just put my thing in.
Put her
for
thing
the,
in.
The future Mr. Bambouche, if you're listening right now.
I love
please
that.
bring the restaurant back because that was my lunch spot. The food was just,
Yeah,
We had this little
the
mango
ambiance. It was just a nice, cool, chill
it
spot.
was.
Recycled materials.
Just
Really?
I like the
Yeah,
naturalistic
everything
part
that you
of
see
it.
there, from the logs to the
Yeah.
roofs were recycled from old roofs, the floors from old floors.
See?
But isn't this an opportunity now? I mean, there's so many things around. There were so many things around. Recycle. I mean, come on.
Oh, if I was involved.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that.
But we have a lot of exciting things going on. In general, I do.
Good.
Such as being the deputy governor.
Of course,
And,
that's
and that takes up
yeah.
now 99.9% of my time and my effort and my skills, and I'm excited and very energetic to be a part of it right now.
Good.
I feel the public service has amazing talent.
Yeah.
I believe that we have great leaders, and once we work towards that common goal, and that common goal being to help to sustain a vibrant economy.
Right.
And if we understand it and we get that right, we'll change.
Okay.
You will hear of the programs and the project, and I'm sure you will see changes within the amazing and dynamic public service. I'm sure of that.
Hoot, hoot.
That's good. That's good. I
exciting.
mean, as you know, when people take up a new post, they always have one thing that it's like, this is my baby. This is what I want to be known for implementing, for bringing about. Do you have that one thing that it's like after your time in this post has gone and you've moved on to something bigger and better, they'll always remember David Archer did that?
Well, not really that David Archer did that, but I believe in empowering people.
Okay.
You know, if I can be in an atmosphere, if I can be a part of a public service where each employee feels that they're responsible for their own personal growth,
Right.
and then the growth of their organizations, so that regardless if I'm there or a program or projects, you will also see innate change.
Okay.
So if I leave, or when I leave, I would love to see persons feeling empowered about being great themselves. Because when you feel good about yourself, then you can serve others better. And that will really be it. I mean, the programs and the projects, they will come. But the people with the right energy will sustain growth and success and
Right.
transformation for the future.
Right. So your thing is you want to touch the soul.
That's me.
You want to touch the soul.
That's me.
That's deep.
Yes.
That's deep.
Yes.
That's deep. That's
I think she touched her soul just now.
He
To
did
her
because
just like,
yeah. I mean, I
whoa.
think it's important that he said that because lots of time we work with people who don't care to inspire us, who just wants to push the paper and you do that, but they don't want you to grow in any way. So to hear him in this position saying that that's the legacy he wants to leave behind, that he's known as the person that inspire and grow.
That's it. And we just had a heads of departments meeting, for example. And I said, you know what, we'll do great programs and great projects, but I'm going to ask 3 things of you. And I just said it on Friday. Number 1, love your staff.
Amen.
Number 2, love your clients. And the third thing I ask persons to do is, as managers, be vulnerable. Be open to grow, be open to change. I gave the example of my first meeting with the governor. On the agenda, it said AOB. And I thought I'm smart, right? And I'm studying, I know what's going on, but I did not know what AOB meant. So would I leave the room? The average professional at my level will say, I'll figure it out on my own.
Right.
I raised my hand and I said, can you tell me what AOB means?
Okay.
He looked at me, he said, yes, David, it means any other business. Do you know what it takes?
That's simple.
Do you know what it takes to be the deputy governor?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And to humble yourself enough to ask a question such as, what does AOB mean? And then to get the answer.
Oh, my God.
Which says, it means
any
any
other
other business.
Like, what?
I love it.
And that's the type of vulnerability and humility that it takes to become greater than you are right now, to help others and to serve clients.
Guys,
That's-
the gems. The
mean, if
gems
you-
this gentleman is dropping.
If y'all didn't learn about, and wait, actually, before we even cut you off, let me look.
You
at
got
the
a couple
time.
minutes, Binta.
No,
Go for
That
it.
clock
okay.
is flying.
Go
No,
for it,
because
Binta.
I wrote stuff down. I try to be like professional, so I wrote stuff down
Listen
today.
to her.
My favorite question, I told you, and you said it from the first time you walked in, your ties. Tell us about your ties. The
Oh.
question was, where do you get your ties? Not why do you wear your ties, but where do
Oh.
you get them?
Gifts anywhere I see them. For example, I turn someone makes a mistake and they leave a long tie laying around, I just turn it into a bow tie.
Oh,
Oh, so you
wow.
make them yourself
Yeah,
sometimes.
yes.
That's cool.
So,
That's cool.
and I just, some persons, you have a hairstyle that you like, a particular lipstick or a shoe,
Yeah.
or I love bow ties.
That's your
I love
thing.
how I feel when I wear them. And,
Good.
Have
people-
you ever, when's the last time you wore a regular tie?
I am wearing a regular tie.
Like a not bow tie, a non-bow tie, like a tie that's not
a long time.
a long tie. There we go. A long time, huh?
I don't remember. I don't know.
They're not you.
I think that's so
No,
cool. I
don't
love.
know.
I can let you. I love the bow tie thing. I love bow ties.
Yes.
That's.
They're very sharp.
I don't
Even
know,
on
it just
women,
kinda-
they're so cool.
I think it's just so classy, and
classy.
just
Yes,
you can dress it up, you
yes,
can dress it
yes.
down. Whereas if you wear a long tie, it's just okay. You're going to work or you're going to a meeting or it's
Yeah.
just pro.
Yeah.
And you
We're here.
never get food on them,
That's true.
and they never get stuck in the shredder,
That-
and no one can hold you by your neck and drag you anywhere around.
That's true.
Gems again, guys. I'm telling you, he's just dropping gems all
Yeah.
over the place.
Right? So my first fashion defense is not to have a tie.
Ah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. Mr. David Archer Jr., ladies and gentlemen, thank you so
Deputy
much.
Governor of the Virgin Islands.
Entrepreneur, ex-Bamboo Share
Author.
head. I'm going to put that in there. I was petty for that
Author.
one. Had to do that. You know, he does everything, and you know, I'm especially happy that you actually came on today because we learned a lot. You know, so thank you so much. You know, from the entire Pulse team, we thank you for coming and sharing with us today. It was an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, and I hope that, you'll be able to come back again because you're still new at this. So
Yes.
once you get a little seasoned,
Yeah, I think you took it easy on me. I appreciate
yeah,
that.
so
once you get a little
Yes.
seasoned.
We're gonna call you back for like a progress report.
Yes.
Anytime I'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
back. I had an
Because
awesome
I'm
time.
excited about this public service transformation thing you've
Yeah.
got going.
I am too.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah,
too.
so I'm excited. So once again, guys, David Archer Jr. So Pulse VI, you know, in case you didn't know, we are Pulse VI, BVI Chick.
Yes, BBI Chick, and you're listening to 90.9 FM, the Caribbean Superstation.
So we will hear from you, and hopefully, you know, you guys talk to us next week. We're not going to tell you who we're going to have on yet,
No.
but we'll tell you during the week.
Yeah, stay
so
connected.
you guys, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Our YouTube page.
Oh, yeah, we have our
Subscribe.
YouTube page.
We have a YouTube page.
So the live
Subscribe.
video, we've got Blake. He's behind the scenes right now.
Hey.
So you guys are going to be able to watch this all live.
Yes.
So
Yes.
they're going to be able to see the bow tie you're wearing.
And they're
today
going to tag
everything.
me also at David Archer.
And you can
See?
tag him at David Archer.
Yes, please do. Please do. Please
So,
do.
Thanks again for listening, you guys. It was a blast. I think
The
I had a
second
lot of
one
fun.
down.
Oh yeah, this is our second one.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're doing an awesome job.
Ah, you're
Yes.
making me blush.
No,
I
really.
know.
And I'm going to
Bento
see,
is doing an awesome job.
see how we can
I'm just
bottle your
learning.
energy. It's great.
Thank you.
pressure.
Thank
No
you. Thank
pressure
you. Thank
there.
you. And guys, if you have any suggestions for us on who else you'd like to see on here, topics you'd like us to talk about, this is your platform.
Oh, yeah.
Hit us up on our social media pages.
And we have our personal pages too, so you are more than welcome to come at us on that. No, don't overdo it on the personal,
Listen
for me.
to her.
But Pulse VI, find us everywhere. We are more than happy to hear you guys. We are more than happy to take your suggestions and everything. So thank you.
Have a
Thank you
great
for
week,
listening, and You
guys.
guys have a fantastic week. Thanks again, Mr. Archer.
Thanks,
for having me.
David.
Thank you.
Awesome.
We be the heart of the VI. Feel the pulse and you will see why. Where I from, we do it B.I.G. On each other, we could rely. Feel the pulse of the VI. Listen close and you will see why. The information will set you free. Stand together, never divide. Pulse VI.